Welcome to our Double Sevens episode. One more 7 on a slot machine and we'd hit the jackpot. We get lucky every week as we chat trip reports with our community of Disney geeks and go Geekin on Walt Disney World. Welcome to episode 77 of the Geekin on Walt Disney World podcast. I am your co-host, Curtis Stone, and we are the family-friendly father-daughter podcast that will feed your passion for Walt Disney World by sharing our experiences and opinions, as well as others from our community of passionate Walt Disney World geeks. And this week we are doing trip reports again. I have had so many good friends doing trips down at Disney World, and it's awesome. And I'd like to welcome back two super geekers, Sue and Gail, back to the show. Hi, guys.
Hi, Kurt. Thank you.
Hi, Gail.
Hi, Kurt.
You know, I meant to look what episode you were on, Gail, but I must admit I didn't go back and look. But it was, how long ago did we have you on the show?
It was a while. I want to say it was probably early winter, early year, maybe like January, February, maybe.
Yeah, right. Because, well, how long did you plan your trip to Disney World?
I officially booked my reservations in October. I think actually Halloween, October 31st, I think is what it was. So since October. We
were definitely talking about a year because Sue and I, we all y'all work together. And I don't know, Gail, were you thinking about Disney World, or did Sue and I just kind of get the juices flowing towards that Disney World trip?
Oh, I have been thinking about it. I was thinking about it for a few years, actually. And I remember my first day, you both said, I hope you like Disney World because we're both Disney World fanatics. And I said, okay, I hope you guys like dogs. You're like, yep. So I'm like, we're going to get along great.
That's right.
Disney World and dogs. We are perfect.
That's right. I remember that now. And Sue, you were down there in June also, and it was kind of funny. You were down there with a couple other super geekers that we just did the last show, 76, with David and Claudia and Tony and his wife, and you were down there at the same time.
I was. I think our paths almost crossed at one time when we were at the Haunted Mansion, but not quite. But yes, I was down there in June.
You were getting into that picture taking and where am I in Disney World thing, weren't you?
Oh. Yes, I was. That's a lot of fun, actually. Nobody's been doing that lately.
Well, you guys were, you're hammering it pretty hard there for a good week to 10 days. And now, it's
maybe nobody's down there right now from our group.
Yeah, I don't think so. I mean, we had kind of feast and famine there all of a sudden.
Yeah.
All right. Well, first I'm going to give you guys a little community shout out. I love hearing from folks that listen to the podcast and calling out some stuff when they're chatting with me. And on the Facebook page, I just remembered to post episode 74 on our Facebook page. And right after I did that, Sandy Graham posted out there, "I'm sorry to see your live trip reports come to an end. Enjoyed going along." Now, I've been getting a lot of those kind of comments for those live trip reports, and I really appreciate that. I'm glad you guys have enjoyed them. And lucky enough, I have a trip coming up here in July, and it's a trip where I'm going down to see my son Ben, who's actually been down there for a month and a half. He's going to stay there till August, and we're going to go down and see a couple of his baseball games. He's playing in a baseball league, college level down there in Fort Lauderdale. And old mama, she couldn't, we got annual passes, and that Disney World's only 3 hours away. So we're going to take a trip up on a Saturday morning, stay one night over at the Polynesian DVC, and drive back, I think, on Sunday. And so I will do definitely some more trip reporting, at least for one day. So I think I can get one episode out of that. What do you think, guys?
I think that's perfect.
Yeah, I do too. Yep.
Excellent. And that's all I got. And I want to get right into these trip reports because you guys were both down there. And again, Sue and I have been, Sue, I don't know, how long have you been going to Disney World? Forever. And you're a DVC too, right?
Right. I've been in DVC since 2006.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
And I've been going to Disney since I was a kid, but really probably once or twice a year since 2006.
And didn't you just add on some points too?
I did. I just bought points at the Wilderness Lodge, and I'm all booked out. We're going again New Year's Eve to January 6th.
Oh, perfect. Now, speaking of holidays, Gail was down there for the July 4th weekend too, so we're going to talk a little bit about that and get into the details. Really cool time to be down there. Yeah, let's see. Oh, all right. Let's see. Let's start with Gail, I guess. Gail, let's talk about your family makeup here. Who's in the family unit that went down?
Myself, my husband, and our son, 7-year-old son, Austin.
He's 7 years old.
Yep.
And this was his first time at Disney World, right?
It was also my husband's first time as well. He's never been.
And when were you there?
The last time I had been was 2001.
Okay, so it's been quite a while. Lots have changed.
A while, yeah.
I bet, since you were there. That's a lot of fun. So the first family trip, really. And
yes.
I know your big concern was trying to make it as fun as possible for your 7-year-old son.
Yes, that was, and just to really make the most out of it, because I hadn't been in many years, so a lot had changed. I just and there was so much planning you had to do ahead of time. So we really want to make sure that we kind of had everything somewhat organized, but not overly planned, where we had to be somewhere at a certain time every minute. So yeah, I just really want to make sure that we weren't just kind of going back and forth in the park going, okay, where do we go next? What do we do?
Yeah.
So
I think we talked about that. I think balance is the best way to go. Plan, but don't overplan. Leave some margin there.
Exactly, and that's exactly what we did too.
Excellent. Now, Sue, what was your makeup of your trip of people down there this time?
It was myself and my daughter, Trisha.
Excellent. And let's see. And we're talking about, Gail, you just got back like 3 or 4 days ago. So
I did, yes. Yep.
You were like end of June and beginning of July, right?
Yes. Yep.
And how many days were you there?
10 days.
It's nice. That's a nice time. Nice length of time there. How about you, Sue? How long did you stay?
We were there for, I think, 8 days and 7 nights, which was a long trip for us as well.
Excellent. How's the weather this time of year?
Hot.
That's what I've been hearing, because I just did a trip report, and yeah, did you guys hit some temperatures over 100?
Yes.
Oh. Wow.
I know, but I was trying to give Gail water for when she got down there, because if you needed so much water in order to survive.
And I definitely took the advice of both of you, and we had rented the car for 1 day so we could go to Legoland. So we stopped on our way back, and we got a couple cases of water. We got Gatorades, snacks, and everything. So we had that stuff prepared for us before we went into the parks. So I definitely took your advice and said, buy a case of water.
So Gail,
yes.
How did your now we're from Connecticut, so how did your family fare with 100+ degree weather, not really being used to it?
We were fine. I kind of anticipated it. I knew Susan had, I think, come home the day before we got there. So we almost like passed in the air, I think. Yeah. So I kind of knew it was going to be hot, and I anticipated it. So I kind of prepped my husband ahead of time and said, there's going to be crowds. It's going to be hot. Just prepare yourself. We were fine. We drank a lot of water. We got, had the misting fans. We ducked into the shops and stuff to cool off. So
I think one of the things you and I talked about, and I don't know if Susan talked about with Gail about this too, was I want to make sure her husband had a good time too. And, so you were preparing him and giving him an idea of what's going to happen. That's good. Did he have a good time?
He did. He had a very nice time. And you know what? It was our savior, I think, and I'm sure a lot of people say this, is fast passes.
Oh, good.
That was just incredible to have a fast pass. And I like the fact that you can book additional ones. The only thing that I would like that would be a little bit better is if you could do it from your phone app. If you can, book an additional fast pass on your phone app. Yeah,
I know you were concerned that he doesn't like waiting in lines. And you might get concerned with the crowds. How were the crowds at the time you guys were down there?
It wasn't bad. Maybe I'm just getting used to crowds. I mean, it was crowded, but nothing that I would say was unbearable. It wasn't bad at all, actually. Even over the 4th of July, it wasn't to the point where you couldn't move. It was fine. I didn't have any issues with the crowds at all.
Yeah, Sue, how about yourself? And you're being a veteran. What do you think?
I would say the same. The crowds, they were there, but everybody was, really calm. It was never really overcrowded. Even the wait times for the standbys were some of them were up around 60 minutes, but like Splash Mountain was a half an hour. So I thought that was pretty reasonable. And having the thunderstorms and rain, people just seemed to be really mellow and happy, which I thought was great.
Awesome. And obviously you guys are talking about how you work the parks. You knew what you're doing. You used the Fast Pass, and awesome. That's the way to do it. Now let's talk about one of our favorite topics. Where did you stay? And let's start with Gail, because you stayed somewhere really interesting where a lot of people don't get a chance to stay on property.
Yes, we stayed at the Shades of Green.
Yeah, and tell us a little bit about Shades of Green and how you got to stay there.
Well, Shades of Green is a military hotel, so it's specifically for military individuals, and it is actually located right in the Magic Kingdom area, right next to Polynesian. Right. We walked several times across the street to the Polynesian to grab the monorail, we took the ferry actually a lot. That was kind of fun. We enjoyed taking the ferry. So it's very centrally located, like in the Magic Kingdom area. It was beautiful resort. I'm very, very thrilled with it. I'm so stayed there because I wasn't sure in the beginning. I remember three of us would go back and forth because I didn't know much about them. So I actually had a couple hotels booked. I had the Shades of Green as well as a Walt Disney World hotel. Yeah. And in the end, it just came down to really, the price. The price, it was really a nice price to stay at Shades of Green, and we're very happy with it.
Right. So your husband's in the military, and that's why you were able to stay there. And then I know you did tell me that even if you're retired military, can book that resort.
Yes. Yep. You just have to. If you go onto their website, it tells you all of the requirements. There's certain IDs you have to have. So if anyone's looking to stay there, certainly check out their website first and see what what's involved. But yeah, definitely you can stay there for retired as well.
And so tell me a little about the room and the pool and the resort as a whole. I think we can compare it to a deluxe resort, don't you think?
That's what they say. I don't have personal knowledge of a deluxe resort, so I can't say 100%, but from what I'm understanding from other folks as well as the Shades of Green are saying, it does compare to a deluxe. So the rooms were very, very, very large. We had a room with 2 double beds, and a really nice big bathroom, and it was a nice little fridge, and it was actually tucked away, and we had a balcony that was over the golf course. Right. The resort itself was extremely clean. It was beautiful. They had a nice water feature inside, kind of where you would pick up the transportation. There's 2 pools. One of them is a Mickey Mouse shaped pool. Nice. Mickey's head. And that's the deeper pool. So they, I don't remember how deep it got, but it got pretty deep. But they do slides and a splash pad for the kids. And then they do have another pool, which is more of a like a wading pool. It starts at 0, and you kind of just can walk in, and it gets deeper as it meets. It's like a horseshoe shaped, and that was nice too. They're both, like I said, very clean. The staff was wonderful, very friendly. We had no issues whatsoever. Nice. We also had purchased the breakfast buffet, which was fabulous. So we enjoyed that every morning that we were there, and that was great.
That's great. Now, how was the transportation to the parks from there?
It was great. We didn't have any issues. They bring you right to, for Epcot and Magic Kingdom, they bring you right to the Ticket and Transportation Center, which is literally like a 2-minute drive. And then for Animal Kingdom and Downtown Disney and Epcot, they bring you directly to them.
Nice.
I'm sorry, at Epcot, Animal Kingdom, Downtown Disney. Yeah.
It sounds great. I think we really thought and advised you that would be the best bet for you because of the cost. It was a really good price. I mean, it was like a moderate price. So it seemed to me you're getting a deluxe because of the location, and be right there, the resort loop. You got to believe that was pretty awesome, right?
It was. We loved the location because, like I said, we had walked several times over to Polynesian and picked up the ferry, and that was kind of nice. So we got to see the Polynesian a little bit. And they also will provide you because it's quite a walk down the driveway, they will give you a golf cart to the end of the driveway, and then you can just walk right across the street and you're right in the path of the Polynesian. So they were very, very accommodating. The buses were, constantly moving. You never had to wait a long time. There was a schedule, and they stuck to that schedule. If they said they were leaving at the top of the hour, they left at the top of the hour. They were never late. You never had to guess when they were going to be there because they were always there when they were supposed to be.
Excellent. Now, Sue, I wanted to really get into that. resort because I hadn't heard much about it, and I want people to hear about that. But you had some interesting places where you stayed too, Sue.
Absolutely. But yeah, the Shades of Green does sound like a really, really, really nice resort. You cannot get on it without a military pass, which I think is pretty interesting as well. But I've heard only good things about it. Yes, I stayed at Bay Lake Towers, which I absolutely love. I think I stayed in one of the rooms that you stayed in, Kurt, because that's Kurt's home, away from home.
What floor were you on?
I was on the 8th floor.
Yeah, I was on the 9th floor, but I was like kind of the same spot where you were. You were we had views of the lake and the pool in the back, right?
Right. I think I was on 7821 was my room or something like that.
Yeah.
I can't remember. The naming of the way they number those rooms confused me, but Trisha always got me home, thank God.
I think the second number refers to the floor. So if you
right.
say
so I was on the 8th floor, room 21. That's where I was.
All right. So
yes.
You were a couple nights there, right?
Oh, yeah. We loved it. Trisha was really impressed with the kitchen and the way the cabinets pulled out. And she just really, really, really liked Bay Lake Towers because she feels comfortable enough there to go down and out to the pool and to walk around a little bit by herself. So, and it's so clean and it's beautiful and everybody's always in such a happy mood there. And you love the fact that we can see the Magic Kingdom right from the elevator banks.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
I know. You're there right close to the Contemporary, so you're walking distance to Magic
right.
Kingdom. And I know you posted some great pictures from the top of the building, which is
yes, that is something. If anybody's a DVC member and has the opportunity to go up to the top of Bay Lake Towers to watch, well, we didn't get to see the fireworks, but we got to watch the sunset. And it was one of those nights when they were having thunderstorms on like all around Disney World, but it never hit the Magic Kingdom.
Yeah.
So it really just created this sky that you just never see in the Northeast, and it was just amazing.
Yeah, it's such a great vantage point up there. You can see all the way around too if you.
You can. I could have stayed. I know I will definitely go there if we can get there when we're there in December. I know we won't be able to go for New Year's Eve because it's blocked off, I think, for Bay Lake Tower guests, because once they fill it up, I guess other DVC can't go. But at some point, that will definitely be on a stop. It's worth it.
I know Trisha loves the pool, right? Did she have a good time? Yeah.
Loved the pool. And we had, we went in that pool probably 4 or 5 times and we were there 2 nights. So we pretty much, it was hot. And at nighttime when we came back, it was nice because we got to go into the pool and we met a lot of nice people that were hanging around the pool. So it's always like a family atmosphere. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah. I can remember when the kids were young, especially Lindsay too, always making friends with people in the pool.
And do cartwheels with. They were all, that's what they were doing, cartwheels and backflips and just having fun, all being kids. And it's always just a lot of fun.
Awesome.
And then we went to Old Key West for the rest of the trip, though. We didn't have as much fun there because the main pool was broken 3 out of the 5 nights we were there. So that was a little disappointing. But they were having some electrical issues with the pump. So
yeah, okay. But yeah, you've stayed over there before. You've grown to like that resort too, I believe.
Yes, I really do like Old Key West. I love the 1 bedrooms. It's like being in a condo, and it has a nice big deck on the back that you can sit out and see the breeze, coming through, and you're close to the pool. There are other pools. I think there was 4 at Old Key West, so we were able to go to Turtle Pond Pool when the other one was down. So
okay.
Yes, and the boat goes over to Downtown Disney, which we love as well because you're able to avoid, the traffic or the buses getting in and out of there. So that's great.
Now, that was one of the first DVCs. I think it was the first DVC. Is it still in good shape?
It is in amazingly good shape. Disney does a really good job when they need to renovate the buildings. They'll shut them down and they'll do the renovations that they need sections at a time, and they keep them up. They're like on a schedule is what I've heard.
Yeah.
And yes, they're beautiful. They're kept up really, really well. When we go in December, we'll be staying at Boardwalk. I've never stayed at Boardwalk before, so I'm excited about that.
That's cool. Yeah, you've been kind of going and trying and doing dual stays and trying a lot of different resorts over the last couple of years.
Yeah, some of that is because I'm within my 60-day window, because remember when I was going in April, I forgot my license at home and couldn't get on the airplane.
I didn't want to mention, so I didn't want to embarrass you.
So you have to be flexible
looks
when you do things like that, Kurt.
Yeah, well, things happen.
It's kind of good
That's
though
right.
because you're testing out different places out, and you might find something that you didn't think you would like, and you may really end up liking it.
Yeah,
You're right.
Yeah.
And you know what else I like? We do like it. We've gotten accustomed to it, and it's just no big deal. We pack up our bags and we move along, and it's sort of just like, oh, here we are on a new adventure. But
beautiful.
because I'm doing it in New Year's Eve on purpose. We're staying 2 nights at Saratoga, and then we're moving to Boardwalk. So it'll be fun.
The bulk of your points are from Saratoga, aren't they?
No, well, I have 2 contracts at Saratoga, and I have 1 at Wilderness Lodge. I have 3 contracts.
Yeah, but most of your points are Saratoga, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Like 285 are at Saratoga, and the other 120 are at Wilderness Lodge.
Nice. Okay. Well, I got to ask this question then. Which resort do you prefer better, the Bay Lake Tower or Old Key West? And that's a tough question because some people like the resorts that are away from the action and are more calming and relaxing, they say. Although I think the Bay Lake Tower is plenty of calming and relaxing too. But which would you prefer?
Well, I like the space in the Old Key West, but I really like the being close to the Magic Kingdom because sometimes, Trisha might not want to go over there as much as I might want to go over there, or we just like the proximity and the fact that you can get on the monorail and go over to Epcot really easy. So when all is said and done, I really do like the resorts that are right there at Magic Kingdom.
So you're not saying that just to make me feel good?
No, and the other ones I like, though, is Boardwalk. That's what I like. I did stay at Boardwalk before I was a DVC member a long, long time ago, but it was in the hotel part. And I liked because I could walk over to Epcot.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things because I like to shop and I like to go through all the countries. So that will be fun when I'm able to do that. And that's why I like to be close to, even then Saratoga Springs is close to downtown Disney and I love to shop. So, that one works too.
You find something good about all the resorts, right?
You got that right. As long as I'm in Disney World, I don't care where I am.
I know. Everything makes us happy when we're there.
Right.
All right. Now, got to get to one of my favorite questions, and that is where and what did you eat? Gail, let's go back to you and tell us about the ADRs you set up after all of I think we gave you a lot of information on where to eat. You
did. You guys had given me, and this is going back probably into October, I was kind of just picking your brains. Where should we eat? So when I finally came to the point where I could book the restaurants, which was the end of the year, I definitely used your recommendations. We ate at Chef Mickey's.
And what was some of your criteria you were looking for? Do you remember?
Well, I wanted it to be fun. I didn't want, we weren't going fancy because we're not fancy eaters anyway, but I wanted it to be fun for Austin. He's only 7. I didn't want a place where he had to sit still and, really mind his manners the whole time, because that's not always it's not that's a high expectation for someone who's in Disney World, you know what I mean, and wants to look around and do stuff. So it really wanted to be something that was fun, and I wanted to meet some of the characters as well.
Hey, it's for kids.
It's for kids. Yeah.
All right, so where did you eat?
Chef Mickey's was one of the places we ate.
All right, what'd you think of Chef Mickey's? That's a very popular place.
It was very nice. We enjoyed the food. We really liked that the characters came around. Yeah. The wait staff was very nice, and we had a reservation, so we didn't have to wait very long, which was good. It was good. It was really a really nice place. We enjoyed it.
What time were you over there?
Oh my goodness.
Late night?
No, like 6 o'clock, maybe. Not too late.
Okay, kind of prime time.
Yeah.
And did Austin like the characters? You got the Fab Five over there.
The Fab Five, yes. He was very excited. Goofy came out first, so he was just beside himself when he saw Goofy, because we hadn't seen any characters yet, because this was our first day at Disney. So he was very excited. He had his autograph book out, and he was ready.
Oh, you even remembered to bring an autograph book. Was that advice?
That went everywhere with me. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, cool.
I had my Sharpie marker and my autograph book in our backpack that went everywhere with us, just in case. And we end up seeing some characters that we didn't, walking through Hollywood Studios. One of the Green Army Men came up, and we were anticipating that, so we were able to get his signature as well.
Oh, good. Yeah, you gotta be ready. You never know when something's gonna sneak up on you.
Right.
That's cool. All right, where else did we eat?
We ate at Crystal Palace.
Okay, so I know because you were looking for character meals.
A couple, yeah. I
Yeah.
didn't want all character meals, but I definitely wanted some where,
Yep.
I know years ago you would see more characters in the park. You could kind of bang into them or go at a certain time and they'd kind of be out. Whereas now it's more of like they're in buildings. You kind of have to go to them. So I really want to make sure that he saw some of the characters. So Crystal Palace was our second one, and we really enjoyed that as well. We actually enjoyed the food, I think, a little bit better than Chef Mickey's.
Yeah. What was different with the food that you noticed?
I think they had a little bit more selection of. At this point, it was a little bit later in our trip, and we were kind of craving vegetables and stuff like that. And they had a little bit more of a selection of vegetables and stuff, and their carving station was great. Actually, they were both fantastic, but I think we just had probably a better meal for our taste at Crystal Palace, but they were both really good.
I haven't ate at Chef Mickey's in a long time, but my wife, Mama and Lindsay love Crystal Palace, and I was really impressed with the meat. Did you have any of that carved meat? It's like on the rotisserie.
It was wonderful.
It's really good, right? It's got like a smoke taste to it. Oh.
It was really good. They had two different kinds, I think, at both places. They had two different kinds, and we tried everything. And there was at Chef Mickey's, they had these little like tin. I don't even know what they are, but they had little pieces of meat in them with some polenta or something in there. And Joe was just like in heaven. He just kept going up and getting more of those and more of those. He just was loving it. I forget what the meat was that was in there, but.
So how many pounds you guys put on in 10 days?
None. We didn't put any pounds on because we walked, 70 or 80 miles.
Well, good for you.
During our time.
You're better than me. I walk a lot too, but I still put on weight when I go down. All right. Tell me some more. Where else did we send you?
Let's see. Where else did you send me? We ate at in downtown Disney. We ate at T-Rex.
Yes, we recommended that, and I think that was our buddy Brian Wall was definitely mentioning that because of the dinosaurs.
It was very cool. It was very, very crowded the day we went, which I'm sure it's like that all the time. But it was very crowded, and it's a dark restaurant, so you have to be prepared for that. And it gets even darker when they have a meteor shower, I think. Mm-hmm. But the decorations and the atmosphere stuff was just incredible. It was really, really neat.
Awesome. Did you have any other big restaurants?
Let me see. When we were in Epcot, we ate at Via Napoli.
Oh, that's right. You did some pizza over there?
We had pizza. Yes, that was very good. Very, very good. And, we were asking him about the dough because their pizza dough was just really good. I don't know if you guys have eaten there before, but he said they actually get their water from Italy. They ship their water in from Italy, and that's what they use to make the dough.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
So did you ever eat over there at Via Napoli?
I have not. I have not eaten over there, but it sounds great. And that is interesting that they have the water shipped in because I've heard that that's one of the reasons they can't make good pizza in Florida because of the water. It's not like New York City.
Well, I don't know about Hey, Sue, I don't know about Florida. They make everything good in Disney World, though.
Well, they do, but there's nothing like they try to make New York pizza and stuff, but it's just not the same.
It was really good. I really enjoyed it too, and Lindsay and I had some of those specialty sodas they have over there. Those were really good too. I don't know if they make their own soda or something in there. It's really good.
Oh, we just drank water. I don't know. And the water, I don't know if they serve the water from Italy as well, but the water tasted. Even Joe had commented before we even found out. He said the water tastes different here.
Yeah.
Because the water I noticed in Florida has a lot of sulfur in it. Like even taking a shower, like wow, you just really smell the sulfur in the water. So drinking it, we were a little cautious at first, but we were fine.
That's funny how you mention it. We always call it. That's the Pirates of Caribbean water.
Oh.
But everything smells like that. Even in the shower, it smells like the Pirates of Caribbean.
It does, yes.
Perfect. All right, Sue. Any highlights in your trips for eating?
Well, we ate at Chef Mickey's as well. We were able to get in there at the last minute. I was really lucky. So that was a lot of fun. Like Gail said, Trisha loved it. Even though she's 13 now, we still had a blast, and all the characters came over, and we got some really cool pictures. I don't know if I posted any of those. That was the same night we were on top of the world watching the sunset. So
that's convenient. Yeah.
And we tried to get out to see the fireworks, but we had just missed them by the time we got out there. And the other place we ate that I really liked was Trails End over at Fort Wilderness.
Right.
I was very impressed with that buffet and the atmosphere. It was very relaxed. I love Fort Wilderness. You go over. Well, we had a car, so we parked in the parking lot, and then we got to go around through all the campsites to get over to where the restaurant was. So that was really neat.
You'd never been there
But
before?
besides that, we mostly ate in the parks. We ate, at the quick services and the Magic Kingdom, Pico Pete's.
Oh, we ate there.
Yeah, Trish, we love Pico Pete's. So because we ducked in there a couple of times when it was pouring rain, and again, it was really packed with people, but everybody was pretty good about it. And I think we ate at the one right across from the Haunted Mansion. Is that Liberty Tavern, Kurt?
I think you're calling Columbia Harbor House.
Columbia Harbor House.
Oh,
that's
yeah,
right.
yeah,
Okay.
yes, yeah.
Okay.
That's my favorite.
Yeah, so we ate there, and that one. So, and then over at Epcot, we ate down below where Soarin' is, and Trisha loves that restaurant there. We went on some of the rides over in Epcot in that building, so it was fun. That's really all we ate. We didn't go to any place fancy.
All right. Sounds like fun. Did you wave those napkins?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, Chef Mickey's, of course.
You got
to.
You got
You have
into
to,
it.
exactly.
Yep. Or the character parade over at the Crystal Palace. Yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah, Austin did that too. Yeah, he followed Tigger, he's our favorite Tigger, so it was kind of nice that Tigger led the parade.
So Sue,
See, I've never been to the Crystal Palace. I don't know if I'll ever get there now that Trisha's older. But you never know.
It's a
You
good
never
place.
know, yeah.
It's very convenient too, and it's a buffet. You can't go wrong.
Yeah, but you always have to pay more when there's characters.
Well, that's true.
Yeah,
And when
that
you go as often as I do, it's okay. It's like, okay, what can I do to, not spend as much money?
Yeah, right.
right.
So you can spend money shopping. That's what you're doing.
You got that right. You got that right. I'd rather have a bottle of water of my own and buy myself a Vera Bradley pocketbook,
There
Kurt.
go.
You know how I am.
I get you. All right. Any good? I don't know. You guys, this is kind of more of a family. You don't do the drinks probably as much, but any good snacks that were memorable?
Oh, well, I have the Rice Krispie treats. Those are our favorite.
Got
I
it.
Absolutely love
didn't
them.
buy any of those. I looked at them a million times every store I was in, but I didn't buy any. Are they good?
Oh,
Yeah.
yes. You got to go to the one in downtown. No, in the Magic Kingdom on Main Street, the candy shop there where they make them fresh. Oh, my gosh, they're out of this world.
Lindsay got
That's our favorite. And Trisha loves churros anywhere on the property. So we ate churros. And, the Dole Whip, of course. I had one of those. So,
Lindsay got hooked on those Rice Krispie treats and the ones with the icing on top too.
well, yeah, we found the recipe online, and Trisha made some this weekend. We found a cookie cutter of Minnie Mouse. So they're really easy to make.
I know they are, but there's something about those ones down there that taste.
You got
you
that?
don't have to make it
Yep, I
yourself
agree.
either. So we did get a very large chocolate chip cookie from that candy store. We had seen it. We went in there right after we saw the parade,
Yeah.
and it was very good.
They're humongous,
Oh, yeah.
right?
Yeah, it was huge. It was dipped in chocolate. And of course, we had to eat it super fast because it was so hot and melting in our hands.
Well, now I'm gonna move on over to. I want to ask you about Legoland, Gail, because I know you went there first, right after the airport, right?
We did. We went. We flew in on Thursday evening, and we went to the hotel. And that hotel is one of the. I guess I forget what they call it, like a brick and stay or something. It's referred by Lego, so it's one of their recommended hotels. And we went the next morning. We went to Legoland for the whole day.
Oh, okay, great. So you stayed and then you went to the. So what did Austin think of Legoland?
He liked it. It was very nice. It was fun.
Good.
And it's kind of I didn't know this, but it's not owned by Lego.
Oh, is that right?
So when we were in the store, stuff, and of course you would never know it because it's Lego everything, and they have the rights to sell the brand. But and I was asking if I can use my Lego VIP card in the stores, and they said no, unfortunately, because it's not owned by Lego. We can't use anything that's any type of promotions through Lego.
That's interesting.
Yeah, that is interesting. I didn't know that either. But it was very nice park. We enjoyed it.
All right, so what I want to go to now is talking about must-dos. Whenever I go down there, I have a bunch of things that I gotta do, and I know we gave Gail a bunch. I'm sure we gave you a lot of advice on what you just had to do or not miss on this trip, hitting all the parks. So let's start with what parks did you go to, Gail, and what kind of stood out for you?
We did them all. We went to all 4 of the parks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so what'd you do over at Animal Kingdom?
Animal Kingdom, we did. Let's see, what did we do? Okay, I remember what we did now. We did the safari. We did the Kilimanjaro safari, which was really nice. Austin really enjoyed that. We did the Bug's Life. It's tough to be a bug. That was really cute. The 3D.
So did he get
3D
scared?
No, he liked it. It was good.
Good.
Yeah.
Did you do the roller coaster, the Everest roller coaster?
We did not. I wasn't sure about that one. So I didn't book a fast pass, and then we couldn't get on that day. It was probably a 75-minute wait, and it was very, very hot. It was like one of the hottest days. So I said, you know what? That'll be something we'll have to catch next time.
What about Dinosaur? Did you get on Dinosaur?
We did. Yes, we had
you
a fast
did
pass for Dinosaur.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
What do you think of Dinosaur?
He was a little nervous.
Yeah.
He was a little scared. Yeah, because it's very bumpy and it's dark, and things are jumping out at you. But it was neat. It was a pretty cool ride.
I'm sure he won't
so
forget.
You know how they take your picture. So the picture, he's got his mouth wide open and his eyes are wide, and he's holding on to Joe's arm. Yeah.
Excellent. Any other highlights over there at Animal Kingdom? You did one day there, right?
We only did one day. We did one day at Animal Kingdom, one day at Hollywood Studios, one day at Epcot, and the rest was at Magic Kingdom.
Yes. You really front-loaded the Magic Kingdom.
We did, because I think there's so much more to see there, and I really wanted to experience that. If we had to spend a bulk of our time, that's where I wanted to spend it. And we were so close, we could, there was a couple days that we hadn't planned on going there, and like the day of the Animal Kingdom, like, oh, well, this closes at 5, let's go over to Magic Kingdom in a couple hours. So we went home, swam in the pool, showered, and went back at Magic Kingdom like 9, 10 o'clock.
Yeah, you were telling me, what was it like a typical day for you during these 10 days?
We didn't do first thing in the morning. We decided we would stay, have our buffet, and we would use the pool because Austin really enjoyed swimming. So we were more afternoon to evening time, and that way it wasn't quite as hot because the sun, would be going down. So we would typically go there maybe depending on what park we're going to. The ones that closed early, we went, of course, earlier. But if we went to Magic Kingdom, we'd maybe go like at 1 or 2, and we'd stay till 10, 11, 12, the 3rd of July, I think we were there till after 2 o'clock in the morning.
That was an extra magic.
It was extra magic hours. Yeah, they were open till 3. It was like it was 2:15 we were getting on the bus. I'm like, they're only open 45 more minutes. Let's just stay.
Yeah. So is everyone like hanging? Are you guys night people anyway?
We are. We're typically, and we're fine. We're morning people as well. So it wasn't that we slept in or anything. It's just that it just kind of worked out better for us. There was less people, and it was not as hot when it got, of course, when the sun went down.
Yeah.
And that way Austin can enjoy the pool as well in the morning.
So you did a lot over at Magic Kingdom. Did you see the parade? We
did. It's funny because the first couple times we actually went to Magic Kingdom, every time we walked in the door, we were hitting a parade exactly the same time. So the first day we walked in, there was a parade that was going on.
Yeah.
I think it was like we had gotten there like around 3 o'clock because we had other things we were doing in the morning, and that's when the I can't remember. Is it celebration?
Yes. What is it called? Celebrate the moment.
Yeah. That was just about to begin. I mean, we literally walked in the door, and 2 minutes later, here comes the parade. Like, wow, this is nice. And then we either the next day or that evening, we had gone home and came back to the park. 9 o'clock at night, and boom, there was the electric parade. I'm like, oh my gosh, every time we walk in the door, there's a parade. It was perfect timing. Perfect. So we saw the electric parade probably 4 or 5 times. It's just as fun every time you see it.
I want to ask you a couple more things about Magic Kingdom, but first I want to ask Sue, did you do anything new, Susan, while you're down there?
No, well, not. We went on some different rides and some different attractions than we typically do. So we went to the Hall of Presidents. We'd never done that before.
Is that right?
Just because Trisha wasn't really that interested, but she really liked it. She thought it was great, and we wanted to do it again, but then they were having technical difficulties. And we went to the Tiki Room, which Trisha had never done before.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. We just had walked by it. She doesn't like Pirates of the Caribbean. She didn't like that drop, and so we kind of never went over in that area. But we went on the Jungle Cruise, and it was, right there. We were waiting to go on for our Fast Pass, so we went in and watched the show because it was so hot. We wanted to cool down. And but besides that, we did our typical ride. She does some of the rides by herself because I don't do them, but that's okay. She's all right with that now.
Yeah.
So
you don't do the roller coasters, right?
Right. Sometimes they catch me off guard if they don't tell me it's a roller coaster, but I will not do Splash Mountain.
It's so much fun.
I know.
I won't do it. Trisha went on it by herself. She had her poncho on. It was hysterical. She was the only one. It was like 1,000 degrees, and she's like, I have to have my poncho. And she was all smiles when she came off of it. And she likes the mine train. So she went on that. Like, we had a lot of fast passes for that, so she was able to do that. It was pretty much whatever she wanted to do. And we were going to go on to the car race, the racetrack there that's in the Magic Kingdom, and I had a fast pass for it, and I hadn't done it in years. And we got right up to get on, and it was thunder and lightning so bad they kicked us off right as I was about to get on my car. So
the Tomorrowland Speedway.
Yes. So I didn't get to do and I was all excited because I remember doing that, so many years ago. But I figured next time. It was really thundering and lightning that night, and it was like really, so we had said, okay, we've had enough now. We know we'll be back because we go back so often. So we don't need to do everything all the time. We just enjoy being there and seeing, all the different people. And I don't know, it's fun no matter when I go.
We tried to take that same approach. Like, we weren't obsessed with going on certain rides. I really wanted to just enjoy being in the park. We did hit every ride we wanted to, but I wasn't like, oh my God, I have to go on this ride. We wanted to enjoy it. I didn't want to be, upset or like, oh my God, come on, run, we got to get to this next ride. We just wanted to enjoy ourselves and enjoy being there. You know what I mean?
Yes. It's true, because there are people that do. You see them running around. And they're running with the whole family behind them and the T-shirts on them, and they're running to get to a ride or running to get to a dinner. And that's not always the fun way to do it. But sometimes you have no choice. But
yes, and
we did do the People Mover. I love the People Mover. Did you do that one, Gail?
We didn't. We weren't really sure what that was. We saw it many, many times when we were over in Tomorrowland, but we weren't really sure what it was. Is it a ride?
Well, it's just a slow moving, you sit on it and it takes you like through, that's the closest I've been to Space Mountain. It takes you like through Space Mountain, all through Tomorrowland. You go through like Buzz Lightyear. You from a different perspective, you see them like you're going through the rides. Do you do the People Mover, Kurt, when you go?
Oh, it's a huge favorite. We love
That's
it.
Like I will ride that like for hours.
Yeah, it's a big favorite of ours.
That in Walt's Carousel of Tomorrow. I love that one too.
Carousel
of Progress.
Yep.
Yeah, the Carousel of Progress, because the girl's name in it is Patricia, so we get to go watch that one. They just never seem to age in that though.
They don't, I know. We did that, and then we thought that was really cute.
Now,
it is.
Gail,
we did, speaking of the Hall of Presidents, we did the Hall of Presidents as well, and it was It was very cute. I mean, it was a lot different than what I'd seen years ago because, they change it up. But Austin had fallen asleep during it. So we asked the lady, we were like, can we just stay? So she let us stay. And we rode it twice or sat it twice because he was sleeping. So he slept through both times. But he got his nap in and he got cooled off. So we're like, okay. So Joe and I watched it twice. And
yeah, that's
so
a good one. It's one that everybody should see. It's really, they do it nice. Yeah, because I think I remember when I saw it years ago, they were all wax figures, but now only some of them are. But
Margita and Lindsay and I were there for the very first showing one day, and we were all alone.
Oh my gosh!
Imagine that. Yeah. Now, Gail, you made me think of the roller coasters, and with Austin being 7 years old, was he able to ride just about everything?
He was into everything. Yeah, we last year when we had gone to Lake Compounds here in town, he didn't want to ride the roller coasters. He was a little nervous, so I wasn't sure what he was going to do once we got to Disney. But when he had gone to Legoland, they had 2 roller coasters. We kind of had to bribe him to go on. Joe really wanted to go on this one roller coaster in Legoland, so we kind of had to. He was earning money. I'm like, all right, I'll give you $5 if you go on this roller coaster.
Oh,
and of course, we sit right in the front row. And he loved it. So after that, we had gone on another roller coaster or 2 at Legoland. And then once we came to Disney, he was game.
Nice.
So we did all of them, and he loved them.
Oh,
most of them, I should say.
Did you go on them too?
Oh, yeah. I went on everything. The only ride I did not go on when they went on was at Hollywood Studios was the Star Tours. And I'm very glad I didn't because that just, we had talked many times, I think the 3 of us, about my motion sickness. I was very concerned that I didn't want to ruin, and this was the beginning of the day, so I didn't want to ruin my whole day, so I did not go, and I'm glad I didn't because they both came off kind of a little green.
Yes, I warned you about that.
You did.
I won't do that one either.
Yeah.
Did you do Soarin'?
Soarin'? No,
Yes.
we did not. We did Test Track.
Oh, okay. I did test track at Christmas time. That was one that caught me off guard. I had no idea what that one was all about.
You can't jump off.
But I do now.
It's too late to jump off, Sue.
I know. I'm like, push it roller coaster. It's too fast.
That's funny. It's just like a car.
We actually went on test track right as the fireworks were going off because it had stormed before that, so they had to close the ride. So by the time we were able to use our fast pass, it was right at the end of the evening. So as we were outside traveling at 40, 50, 60 miles per hour, the fireworks were going off. So it was kind of cool to be out there. We're like, oh, quick, look fast. There's a firework.
Now, Gail, I just remembered something. You told me about something special that happened over at Hollywood Studios when you said Star Wars.
Yes, Austin was able to do the Jedi training, and he was able to battle with Darth Vader.
Now, yeah, so we talked about that before you went, and we all agreed that was a must-do. And I never, and of course, my kids are older, so I've never gone over there and got them signed up for that. So talk about, we thought you had to get there early in the morning or else you'd miss out on it. So talk about how you set that up.
Well, I heard that as well. A couple of my friends who've been said the same thing. Like they said, you have to go right before the park opens and you have to run. Don't dawdle, don't do anything. Go right over there and sign up. So we weren't there when the park first opened. We were there a little bit later. So I said, we probably already missed it. I didn't even bother going there. So then when we happened to be over at Star Tours, I asked the girl, actually, no, we were watching another of the Jedi training, which is right outside of Star Tours.
Yep.
And I said, are you guys full? She said, oh, no, we've got some more later. So maybe during the summer, they may add additional shows.
Okay. Maybe
during the non-peak times, maybe those are the times they fill up super fast. But this was about noon, and I was able to get into I had my pick of like 4 or 5 different sessions to go to. We got into like a 5:30 one. No problem at all.
So you just signed up. It's not like a fast pass thing. You just put your name down.
No, you just put your name down and they give you a ticket, and then you have to come back a half hour before your time. So I was just at 5:30. We had to be back, and it's in a building that's sort of kind of close to Star Tours. It's right around the corner there. You go back with your ticket, and then at 5 o'clock, and then the kids have to sit and wait, and they kind of do their head count. And then they come in and I give them a little introduction. They each get their smocks or whatever they're called, their robes.
Yeah.
And then they parade them out to the Jedi training area.
Right.
It's really, really cool. He really enjoyed it.
They train
He
him.
really liked it.
They train him up before he faces the bad guy. The big
Yes,
guy.
and because I think during the summertime they have the kids on stage and they have the kids in front too, so they have 2 different groups. So the ones on stage get to fight Darth Vader. The ones near the stage fight Darth Maul.
Oh, they had Darth Maul too.
See that?
Yes,
both. That's like a boys' version of the princesses.
Exactly.
Well,
yes.
the girls do it too, right? You got girls out there.
Oh yeah. There's some girls. Yeah.
Yeah. Did you videotape it?
Of course. Yes.
Oh, good. Got to see that.
Yep.
Did he whack? Did he whack him real good?
Sorry.
Did he whack him real good?
They just they get they get a lightsaber, and they get to use their lightsabers to.
Well, I know. I like the kids that go up there and like slam them as hard as they can.
No, he didn't hit him. He just like bumped lightsabers with him. Yeah, it was cool.
He was proper.
I think he was a little intimidated, but it was so cool. It was awesome to see Darth Vader sitting up there.
Yeah, I'm so glad you got to do that. That's great. All right, let's see. Oh, I want to ask you. Can't forget, you were there for July 4th weekend, and you got to see the fireworks. I was watching them on TV or the internet. I pumped the internet into my TV, and Mom and I were watching that. But what was it like to be for July 4th fireworks at Magic Kingdom?
It was incredible. It was incredible. We, we knew there were going to be something special because it's 4th of July weekend, but we weren't quite sure what to expect. They were 360. I mean, I don't know if you can tell that from watching it online, but as you're standing there, they were all around you.
Where were you standing?
You didn't even know where to look because it was just incredible, and it just lit up the sky like it was during the daytime, and beautiful fireworks. We both looked at each other and said, wow, I don't think we'll ever see a fireworks display as awesome as that one.
Wow.
I mean, even their regular ones that you see every night were fantastic, but this just topped it. It was awesome to be right there in the middle of it all.
So you did see Wishes on a particular night too?
We did, yeah.
Okay, and then so you had that to compare. And where were you standing for this 360 view?
Let's see. It had stormed quite fiercely right before the fireworks. So the fireworks were set to start at 9 o'clock. and it was still thundering and lightning, so they didn't start the fireworks until about 10.
Okay.
I kept calling guest relations or guest services. I'm like, "Are the fireworks still on?" She's like, "Yeah, as of right now, they're still on.
Okay.
Just a little postponed." So then I finally called. She goes, "Oh, yeah, we just got the clearing, to go with it. There's no more lightning. They're going to go in 20 minutes." So we hopped on the monorail quickly and went over there. So we happened to be actually, we weren't even in the Magic Kingdom yet. We were actually right by the monorail, but they were shooting them off from that water that's right there where you would take the ferry. They were shooting them off there as well as shooting them off from, where the Magic Kingdom is. So
wow.
We were completely surrounded, and it was great because we were right there. They were literally right above our head because they were shooting them off from that water. We were standing right next to the water.
I had no idea they did that. Sue, did you ever seen that?
I have not seen it, but I did see somebody's video online that was on top of Bay Lake Towers that was trying to capture that 360. And I also saw somebody's from the Polynesian, and I think, didn't they have like the boat parade going on too at the same time or something? So, the electric
water
parade that goes across the water, because I saw something with red, white, and blue and flags, but I could tell that it was going around in a circle, and it just looked spectacular. So I can only imagine what being in the middle of it must have been like. It was like you could feel the energy right through the screen. It was amazing.
Hey, and did you see the castle show? Or did they put all the pictures up on the castle too?
We did. That was actually right after the fireworks. So they usually do that before the fireworks, but everything was kind of thrown off because of the weather. So yeah, we saw that directly after that, and then they did the electric parade probably around midnight, I want to say. So that was it was awesome just to have it all back to back. But we love that. What is that called? Where they do the pictures on the castle. I forget what it's called. Wishes or not wishes.
I should remember what it is too.
And I know it'll come to me, but that was incredible. I was just I hadn't seen that before, so I was like, wow. And I even asked one of the girls that works there. I said, "Is this a special thing?" She goes, "Oh no, we do this every night." I'm like, "Oh my gosh!" It was the first time we saw it.
Well, I wonder if they changed the images a little bit for the 4th of July, a little more patriotic kind of stuff, flags and like that. I thought I saw a picture of you guys in front of the castle with a flag, a backdrop on the castle.
Yes, that was after. That was in the evening. Yet they had the castle look like a flag, and that was incredible. And it didn't stay constantly as the flag. It would switch to a different color, and it would switch back to the flag, and it was awesome. I was like, wow, my God, that was we were standing there staring at it because it was so gorgeous, looking like the flag. It was really nice.
Nice. Hey, all right, Sue, I got to ask you something before we get off. Did you buy anything this last trip?
Of course I bought stuff. I bought a Dooney and Bork bag, not a Dooney, a Vera Bradley bag over at the Character Warehouse at the Outlet Mall. That was the highlight of my trip. I got that in a wrist purse where I can put my cell phone. Both of them were on clearance, so I was really excited about that. And what else did I get? I got a Mickey wallet and some other good stuff, T-shirts, and I got a mug, but my mug broke on the way home. But
how'd that happen?
I don't know. It was all wrapped up nice and secure and everything. I don't know. It just broke. It was one from the Polynesian too, Kurt.
Oh no.
And I had gotten a Polynesian magnet. I was going to give you the magnet, and I was going to keep the mug. But once the mug broke, now I have to keep the magnet, or I have no, memory of the Polynesian. So.
I love the Polynesian mug that I bought, and I didn't see it down there in this last trip. So
it's probably because it was at the Character Warehouse.
Yeah, right. They moved them.
Where is that, Susan? The warehouse? Because you always go there, don't you?
It's in the outlets over off of Vinland Avenue. So it's like at 67 or 68 off International Drive. I don't know if you saw those outlets.
I'm not sure if I did. I don't know if I paid much attention to it, but yeah, that would have been something cool to go to because you can get the same stuff in the parks. It's the stuff that just comes out of the park stores, right?
Right. I think it's like overstocks, or it's stuff that there was a bunch of Christmas stuff there this time of year. Oh. And there were, sometimes I've been there and there's like a lot of pins, collector pins. Cause, which one did I give you, Kurt, that I found? I can't remember.
Hoop-de-doo.
Hoop-de-doo. Right. They had the hoop-de-doo there for like $3. So I picked one of those up for Kurt. Mm-hmm. And then they had a Nemo pin that I got, for Cindy Kuhlman-Faniel, who sits next to me at work because she likes Nemo. And so stuff like that. So you can find lots of little odds and ends in there. So that's why I like to go over there. You never know what you'll find. But I always find something.
Gail, did you pick up any souvenirs?
We did. We let me see. What did we buy? Oh my gosh.
I know you get home. It's like I know I bought some stuff. It's kind of fun. It's like Christmas. Open it up. Oh, look what
we
I
bought
got.
T-shirts. Of course, T-shirts. I bought myself a nice frame because I wanted to put one of our nice pictures in a frame.
And you did the what's the picture package, right?
Memory Maker.
Memory Maker. Yeah.
Yes. Yep.
We said
that was really nice because that was neat because you can, like a half hour after they take the picture, even sometimes sooner than that. Like if we were riding back on the bus, I would click on, go to my Memory Maker and my app, and the pictures would be right there. I'm like, oh my gosh, look how cool this is.
I know. Did you get a lot of pictures taken with the Memory Maker?
We did. I tried to take advantage every time I saw somebody with a camera. I'm like, okay, let's stand in front of this. Let's stand in front of that because you pay for it. So right. I really want to make sure.
And you get all the pictures from the rides too, right? Put on there.
You do, yeah. The ones that take pictures. So like Splash Mountain is on there, and the Mine Train. The Mine Train is actually really neat. I don't know if you've had the Memory Maker with the Mine Train, but they do 2 pictures and a short little video.
Right. Yes, yeah. I have. And now did you get the Magic Bands? Because
that's what I was going to ask Kurt, whether or not you guys got the Magic Band.
Yeah.
We did. Yeah, we actually we purchased them ourselves because if you don't stay at a Disney World resort, you don't get them. So we actually purchased them through the Disney store. And I was able to link it up, and there was no problems at all. It worked perfect, and I really liked having it because one, the Memory Maker, and our Fast Passes and our park tickets were all on there.
Right.
Yep. I have like 18 of them here.
Oh my gosh! The only thing you can't do is you can't attach a credit card to it. You can't link a credit card, so you can't use it for purchases, and of course, it won't open your door to your hotel. But everything else, your park tickets, your Fast Passes, and your Memory Maker were all attached to it.
It was still worth it. What they charge you for it?
I would say it was like $12.95 maybe. It was very cheap. It wasn't, and so it was worth I really wanted them.
Yeah.
And I found out too, Kurt, you can buy one of like those special ones that they sell in the store. And if you go in through My Disney Experience, you can keep like linking your Magic Band to My Disney Experience. So like, when you go every time they want to send you a new Magic Band.
Yeah.
You can reuse the Magic Bands that you have, or you can buy like a Star Wars or a Frozen one or a Minnie Mouse, and then you can keep reusing it for 2 years.
Oh, okay.
If you're looking for something else to spend your money on, just letting you know.
Oh, you can only use them for 2 years when you buy them?
Well, that's what the woman at the store told us, but who knows? They might last longer than that. But I have so many of them because they send them to me, and then when I get to the resort, they're like, "Oh, your package of Magic Bands is here." Well, that's because I switched resorts so many times. But I was like, I have a ton of them hanging around this house. So
for this one,
next time we go, I'm just going to link my existing one so I don't have to get any more.
For this 1-day trip, they sent us 3 boxes of Magic Bands. For the 4
oh my gosh.
Because I have annual pass, DVC, and the regular. I guess is why they did it. I don't know. I got like 3 boxes full of them.
Well, because you could. I know you. It's really crazy the way they do it, and they all are transmitting radio frequency. So she said to me, "Oh, you can bring them back, and we'll recycle them for you."
Well, they probably last 2 years.
Next time I come,
they're probably telling you 2 years because the technology I imagine will change. I guess I don't know.
Right. See, there's a business for us, Kurt.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. You can recycle them or reuse them. I'm waiting for. I had my Magic Band on as well as my Fitbit, so I had the 2 bracelets on. I'm waiting for that technology where you could probably link your Fitbit to your Magic Band. It's going to happen. I know it's going to happen at some point where it's going to be some sort of activity tracker.
Knowing them. All right.
Well, they probably have one you can add on to it. They have a watch you can add on to your Magic Band. They'll probably have like one of those little Fitbit ones. You're right. See, there's an idea, Gail. You can build on that one.
There you go.
So, I want to know if there's any good stories, Gail, from this first trip with the family. Anything that stood out beyond what we already talked about, or did we cover it all already?
Let me think about this. As far as what you thinking, just about
special moment, or I don't know, anything. Something that the Disney folks did for you. Any kind of pixie dust or anything.
Nothing that stands out particularly, but one thing that we did notice, and of course everybody comments on this, is that everybody's so friendly there. We didn't have any issues with any cast member being not nice to us. Anybody that you approached, didn't matter if they worked at the soda stand or if they worked in a store or if they were just walking around, all very friendly, all very helpful. You know, I had warned you that I was probably going to send you a text and say I'm lost, and you know, of course, we were those people with the maps going, spinning it in circles, going, "Oh my gosh, where are we?"
Oh, did you? Yeah.
So I had stopped many times and asked them, "Okay, I'm going this way. Which way?" And they were all very, very helpful. And of course, the parks were super clean. You know, there was no. You always saw somebody with their broom and stuff. So if something hit the ground, there was somebody there very, very quickly to scoop it right up.
Yeah.
But we had a really, really nice time, and something I'm so happy we took the time to really plan it out. And I'm glad I spoke to both you and Susan numerous times to really make sure that I got the best of it, because that really was helpful, making sure the restaurants that I should hit and the certain rides, because I didn't know, you know, and being a first timer, I didn't know at all.
And there's still stuff left for you to do.
I would say one of Joe's coworkers was leaving. He's leaving tomorrow, and he didn't have any idea about fast passes or anything. So I wrote him up a whole big email about fast passes and reservations and my Disney experience, and stopping because I'm pretty sure they're gonna have a car, getting their own cases of water. So I feel like I'm like, yeah, I helped somebody else.
You're training.
See, you're
people.
a super geek now.
I'm a super geek. Thanks to you guys. You trained me very well.
Now you're training others. That's the way.
And Susan, your tip to bring the insulated bag was a huge help, because that kept our drinks cold versus just putting them in our backpack. Having the insulated lunch bag, or, you know,
yes,
made a big difference.
Yeah. That.
Nice.
So I'm glad you told me that before I left. Yep.
Yeah, if your cameras if your camera's in a bag with your cold drinks, the camera fogs all up.
Well, yes, we try to keep them separate, but yeah, that was a big help, having that insulated bag to keep the drinks cold. So,
all right, Susan,
it comes in handy.
Hey, Susan, any last thing from you on anything that was special down there this time?
No, you know, Disney is always special. You know, I just enjoy watching Trisha enjoy it as she goes through every phase of her life. You know, now she's a teenager, and it's much different than it was, you know, a couple of years ago. So, you know, always there, always love it, love the magic and everything that it brings. But this time was just a really laid back trip, and, you know, just a lot of fun.
All right. I think that's someone's toilet flushing or the furnace turning on. I just heard.
Not mine.
All right, guys, this has been a whole lot of fun. We had so much fun planning your trip, Gail, and I'm so glad that you had such a good time.
Yes, thank you guys.
And all right, and I just want to remind everyone, hey, this show is really a community of Disney World enthusiasts, and you can be on this show also, be a guest. We'd love to have you on. Come on, do another trip report, or if you got an idea for a top 5 topic, we haven't done one of those in a while, just give me a shout out. You can get a hold of me on email, kurt.stone@geekinonwdw.com. You can find me out there on Twitter @geekinonwdw. And if you got a question for us or any kind of feedback, just let us know. We'll help you out, just like we did Gail. And you know how you can support our show? If you enjoy the show, you can retweet our Twitter posts and the Facebook posts, and we really appreciate that. The other way that really helps us out is when you do a 5-star iTunes review. That is greatly appreciated. I am really loving our standings out there on iTunes. We keep climbing the ladder of that travel podcast category, and that's because you guys are putting those iTunes reviews out there, and it helps other people to find us, and we can have fun with them and share our Disney World passion. All right, Sue, hey, thanks. A big thank you to Sue for supporting us on patreon.com. Thank you, Sue.
You're welcome, Kurt. Anything I can do to help you guys. It's a great thing that you guys are doing.
And yes, and so that's really fun. Helps us with our costs. You can actually go to patreon.com/geekinonwdw if you want to support us with a few dollars. Even $1 a month helps us out. And that's it for tonight. We'll talk to you again real soon. Thanks for going Geekin on WDW with us. Take care. My recorder going. All right. We are ready. Here we go. Let's do an intro. Get my notes. Okay. Yeah, this is episode 77. If you can believe it.
Woohoo!
Well,
I remember the first episode you did.
Oh, you do? You got good memory. It was a little awkward at first. Actually, I listened to that one fairly recently. At least recently I listened to it, and it started out a little awkward, but it got going once Lindsay and I got into it.